Aw, look at the cute little machine pistol. Welcome to the MP9. Hello, I'm Raging Amish, and welcome to the TMP. Oh, wait, what's that? It's the MP9. It would seem that developers reused a gun model from Modern Warfare 2. Again. First they did it with the FAMAS and the Type 95, now they've done it with the TMP and the MP9.
Lazy.
For the record, I know, the MP9 is actually a later build of the TMP. I'm just busting the developers' chops. Anyway, as I'm sure everyone knows, in Modern Warfare 3, the machine pistol secondaries have returned. When looking at the entire weapon class, I have to admit, the MP9 is my personal favorite. On paper and in practice, this gun is an amazing all-purpose weapon unlike any of its brethren. So, with that in mind, let's dive into the MP9. Available at level 16, the MP9 is fully automatic, shooting at 895 RPM. The fire rate isn't monstrous like on the FMG9 or the G18, but generally the MP9 will shoot fast enough to get the job done. The mag size is also decent, coming in at 32 rounds. For a secondary, that's a big magazine. On a bit of an odd note, the machine pistols get 4 starting mags rather than the standard 3. Why? I don't know. Ask the devs. The mag size is one of many stats where the MP9 shines. In practice, you can handle gunfights that the other machine pistols can't even fathom. The MP9 will never cease to amaze me. The weapon may be tiny, but it delivers a huge punch.
It's not the size, mate. It's how you use it.
Still, the MP9 does have a few weaknesses. Even I can't deny that. When you look at the damage, you'll start to remember why the MP9 is a secondary. Each shot does 33 to 19 damage. You're looking at a 4 to 6 hit kill by default. Don't be frightened though, the MP9 gets a 100% damage bonus if you hit the head. You heard me right, hitting the head doubles your damage. If your aim is good, you only need 2 shots to kill up close, and 3 at a distance. On top of that, the range on the MP9 is great for a secondary. Your damage will start to drop off at 25 meters, and completely falls off at 40 meters. For reference, that's almost the same range as the Type 95. If I didn't know any better, I'd say the MP9 could be the Type 95's apprentice.
I'm looking forward to completing your training.
Alright, I'll stop with the Type 95 references. Obviously, the MP9 is not the Type 95. This machine pistol is a very unique gun unlike any other weapon in the game. Moving on, the MP9 comes stocked with a lot of standard machine pistol stats. Your movement rate is fast at 100%. The gun has low penetration power. Your crosshairs are small, and the idle sway is non-existent. Take from this what you will. The switch speeds could use an upgrade though. The MP9 has the slowest raise time of any machine pistol at 800 milliseconds. When you're looking at a secondary, the raise time is critical. If your primary runs dry, you need quick access to your alternate weapon. In this regard, the MP9 is bad. The gun doesn't pull out fast enough to be helpful in a pinch. The poor raise time isn't a deal breaker, but it will cost you a few gunfights. Sleight of Hand Pro isn't a mandate, but you should definitely consider picking this perk. Strangely, the drop speed is the complete opposite. It's fast at 420 milliseconds. The only problem is, who cares? The MP9 is a secondary. You switch to the MP9, not away from it. Thankfully though, the gun does have a saving grace. The aim down sight time is good, coming in at 200 milliseconds. With a solid ADS speed, you can be fairly aggressive. The raise time may be bad, but the ADS speed adds to a long list of reasons to love this gun. Like I said early on, the MP9 is in general a solid weapon. Not only is the ADS speed good, but the reloads are fast. The MP9 reloads by default in 2.10 seconds or 2.93 seconds if the mag was completely empty. Either way, the bullets enter the gun at the 1.33 second mark. You can get by without sleight of hand if need be. Moving on, the kick on the MP9 keeps with the overall solid stat sheet. The recoil profile is manageable, with a value of 60 to the left, 70 to the right, and 40 to 50 upwards. Notably, the MP9's kick will always go up, never down. Also, the gun will skip a bit from side to side. Counting the recoil profile is a center speed of 2000, which is jaw-dropping. The MP9 is more than easy to control. Yes, the gun will move up, but you can counter that because the kick is predictable. Just press forward on the analog stick to help control the recoil, or down for those who play without inverted. I'm sorry, I just can't play with the default stick layout. One more thing before I forget, the irons are clear. The MP9 truly is all you could ask for from a secondary. The shots are accurate, the mag is big, and the irons are clean. You will have the flexibility to pick your attachment of choice. With that said, you know what time it is. Let's take a look at the attachments. Silencer. Holy sh**. This attachment is good. When equipped, the silencer removes your red dot from enemy radar when you fire your gun. This comes at the cost of some of your effective range. Originally, I thought the silencer would be crap. I mean, come on, the MP9 has weak shots. How could reducing the range possibly be a good thing? Well, I was 100% wrong. The MP9 has incredible range by default. The silencer really doesn't hurt your bullet power. Also, the gun's rate of fire is high. Sure, you may need 1 or 2 more shots to kill at a distance, but the fire rate will help make up for your new weakness. On top of that, the silencer reduces muzzle flash, which can get annoying when using the irons. The MP9 is very powerful when equipped with the silencer. Red dot sight, holographic sight. I messed around with each of these attachments. Personally, I didn't really care for them. The MP9 has clear irons, so you really don't need a sight. On paper, I can think of only one reason to pick these. Each attachment grants you a little extra zoom. The holographic sight has slightly more zoom than the red dot sight, and the red dot sight has slightly more zoom than the irons. On paper, these attachments have a purpose. In practice though, I just don't think that purpose is very notable. Akimbo. Ah yes, the ever illustrious dual-wielded attachment. Akimbo grants you another MP9 for your left hand, but it comes at a price. You can no longer aim down the sight. I know a lot of people hate the Akimbo attachment. The guns maintain small crosshairs, meaning you can muscle through most battles by simply spraying everywhere. Personally, I say that's an issue for another review. The MP9 is not designed for dual wielding, so I really don't want to touch on the Akimbo arguments with this review. Here's the bottom line. Every other machine pistol is a better choice when selecting Akimbo. Do not pick this attachment for the MP9. Extended mags. As per the norm, extended mags will increase your mag size and ammo loadout by 50%. Obviously, this attachment is a solid choice and is right up there with the silencer in terms of power. What I'm about to say will sound weird, but I kinda wish I could play some Modern Warfare 2 with the MP9.
What?
Let me explain. I would love to have Bling Pro back. Can you imagine the MP9 with extended mags and the silencer? One can dream. So with the attachments done, that brings me to the big question for the MP9. When and where should you equip this secondary? First off, here's a good rule. Never use the Akimbo MP9s. They're not bad. I just think every other machine pistol is better when akimboed. So that leaves the solo MP9. Said gun will be a great fit for a few key primaries. As I'm sure everyone knows, the shotguns are horrible for ranged combat. The MP9 is a perfect complement since the gun is accurate enough to handle your medium to long range fights. Oddly, the solo version is also a great fit for the snipers. Like I said at the beginning, the MP9 is an all-purpose weapon. Your sniper is great for medium to long range fights, but suffers up close. The MP9 has a high enough fire rate to be effective in close quarters. Finally, the MP9 can also work for the SMGs and the assault rifles, but be careful here. I only like the MP9 with one of these two primaries if your main gun has ammo issues. Running out of ammo is like losing an arm. To say the least, it's not a good situation.
Just a flesh wound.
With the MP9 equipped, however, you'll have a weapon to keep the fight going. You can rely on your secondary until you find something better on the ground. In the end, the MP9 is a great gun to have in your hands. It's amazing to see what this weapon can pull off when you consider it's a secondary. The MP9 may have a few issues here and there, but the gun is overall solid. Try it out sometime. You will not regret having a solid backup that you can lean on at any given time. That concludes this review of the MP9. I hope you enjoyed and that you'll join me next time. Until then, this is Raging Amish, checking out.